everyone. I, Mrinal Rawat, welcome you all to the third edition of CineYes International Film Festival of India, SIFI 2021. SIFI 2021 is the world's first 7-day hybrid film festival organized by educational institutes of two countries. DME Media School of Delhi Metropolitan Education, Delhi NCR, India, in association with School of Communication and Creative Arts, Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia. The theme of SIFI 2021 is Cinematic Rejuvenation, #Cinema 2021. SIFI is being organized in a hybrid mode to serve as a beneficial platform for beholding the new methods of viewing and studying the cinema during the challenging times of the pandemic. The first edition of SIFI was held in April 2019, and the second edition was organized in December 2020. It is our privilege to be associated with Deakin University during the previous editions of a film festival as well. It is a proud moment for me to mention here that SIFI 2021 has received the submission of 3,130 films from 111 countries. SIFI 2021 brings 21 sessions with 70 experts, through 11 panel discussions, 2 curated sessions, 2 masterclasses, 2 workshops, 2 special sessions, and 2 special segments. Mr. Tigmanshu Dulia, National Award winner, film director from Bollywood, is the festival ambassador for SIFI 2021. We are extremely thankful for his constant support. The festival partners of SIFI 2021 are Cover Drive Productions, a Noida-based production house, Vigyan Prasad, the organizer of National Science Film Festival of India, International Science Film Festival of India, and India International Science Festival, CMS Vatavaran, Environmental and Wildlife Film Festival and Forum, Kids Cinema 2020, an online international children's film festival, Cultural Cinema, a concept-based film festival aimed at celebrating world cultures, We Care, film festival for promoting and exhibiting film on disability, Delhi International Film Festival, for screening films amidst heightened deliberation on world cinema. From Australia, our esteemed list of partners includes Asian Media and Cultural Studies Network, Australia-India Film Practitioner and Researchers Network. Our international partners are Global Media Education Council, an international platform of media educators and researchers, Indian Documentary Producers Association, an association of documentary filmmakers, Indian Academy of Shorts, an institution for imparting craftsmanship of filmmaking through small capsules, New Delhi Film Foundation. Our media partners are APN News, a fast-paced current affairs web channel, The Policy Times, an international platform for unfolding policy and governance issues, and Hindi Gaurav, Australia ka Pratham Hindi Samachar Patra. SIFI 2021 is powered by SPA, the Student Council of DME Media School. Journalism at DME is the official newsletter of DME Media School. This fortnightly publication covers all the major activities happening in and out the campus. It is a student-centric newsletter carried out entirely by them under the supervision of faculty members. DME TV is the official YouTube channel of DME, where you can find the playlist related to all sessions, lecture series, film festival, and conference. It gives me immense pleasure to announce that for various sessions, we will go live on our official Facebook page of SIFI. For more information, follow us on our social media handles. Today, we are screening 36 films. You can watch all the films being streamed on our website, sifi.dme.ac.in. To begin with, let me tell you about the process employed right from the stage of receiving the films to screening it. It was a two-phase process involving rigorous screening initially by the students under the supervision of the teacher coordinators, and then the selected films being screened by the expert panelists. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this special session today, which involves jury interaction, sharing of the experiences, and reconstructed what all goes in reviewing the film. I'm sure it is going to be a great learning experience. The session will be moderated by Professor Dr. Ambrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School, and the Festival Director, SIFI. But before I request Ambrish sir to take the program forward, I would like to introduce to you our esteemed jury members for SIFI 2021, without whom the festival would not have been reached the heights that we managed to achieve. Mr. Nimish Kapoor, a versatile personality, a science communicator, writer, film curator, television programmer, and a team builder. Shri Nimish Kapoor has been working in Vigyan Prasad Department of Science and Technology, Government of India for the last 16 years. At present, as Scientist he is heading the Science Film Division, Publication Division, and India Science via Vigyan Samachar, Science News and Feature Service. He is certified Google News Initiative Trainer on fact verification. He is associated with the planning and execution of National and International Science Film Festival of India, flagship events of Vigyan Prasad, conducted a series of national workshops on science filmmaking to promote the culture of science film and science festival in the country. He is associated with the planning and execution of National and International Science Film Festival of India, flagship events of Vigyan Prasad, associated as member of decision-making bodies of Public Health and Society, UK, UNICEF Doordarshan, SIDE NCRT, KEMCA, MHRD CHD, CMS Vatavaran, NCSM. Guest faculty of science communication with various universities. Recipients of numerous awards on science communication. Mr. Pankaj Rakesh. Pankaj Rakesh is a published author and photographer. He has 35 years of experience in the fields of filmmaking, television, radio, and photography. He was a former head of production for Metalite Films, Mumbai, co-directed a series with Barry John on children in special circumstances, worked as producer of Observer News Channel, and also has collaborated on international feature and advertising film as a line producer and first AD. He was the first AD on Pradeep Krishan's National Award-winning feature, in which Annie gives in those ones, beside directing documentary and corporate films, including the film Let the Force Be With You for Kolkata Police. Currently, Pankaj divides his time teaching aspects of filmmaking to graduate and postgraduate students in making films on art and artists. Murtaza Ali Khan. Murtaza Ali Khan is an award-winning film and TV critic, journalist, and radio TV panelist. He was awarded the prestigious Sri Krishna Gopal Acharya Memorial Journalism Award for year 2020. He currently is the film's editor for Cafe Dissensions. He has also been cooperating. He currently is the film's editor for Cafe Dissension. He also been contributing to publications like The Hindu, The Sunday Guardian, News Laundry, The Daily Guardian, The Patriot, Huffington Post, and The Quint. As a mass communication professional and trained filmmaker, Khan frequently conducts workshops on film journalism, digital filmmaking, and screenwriting. He has made over 300 appearances on national television as a cinema expert and conducted over 200 exclusive celebrity interviews published in leading publications. Ms. Supriya Suri is the founder and president of the organization Cine Darbar. This organization is engaged in film programming, education, and criticism. As a filmmaker, she has completed her film direction with French Government Scholarship from Paris. I now request Professor Ambrish Saxena, sir, to take the program forward. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mrinal. So as it has already been told to everybody, today we are meeting here to have this jury interaction. Today is the third day of SIFI 2021. And as Mridal has already told about that statistics, but if I can get into some more details, we started this festival SIFI in 2019. Last year, we had to do it in the hybrid mode. And that is how we evolved in a way. That was initially came as a problem, but then we evolved in the sense we decided to find ways and means how it can be held in the online mode. Normally, the conferences, the webinars, we have been keeping on holding in the hybrid mode, but holding a film festival in the hybrid mode was a bit difficult. So we experimented so many things and we could do it successfully. This year we were thinking of going in the physical mode, but again the kind of situation we all are passing through, again we had to go into the hybrid mode. But then for us, the common thinking about the hybrid mode is a little bit different. And this year we have done so many such experiments wherein we are going live in all the sessions from the studio itself. And in the studio, if there is a session wherein panel discussion is taking place, so the panelists are there, the students are there, and either 2 or 3 camera setup is there. The switching is being done. The program is going on Zoom. The program is going live on Facebook. So all this is happening, and we have been doing this for the last 3 days, and we are doing it successfully. So this is one remarkable thing about holding this festival. And last year only we did it for 7 days, because the kind of cooperation that we were getting from all kind of quarters, that led us to increase the days from 4 to 7. This year again, this is happening for 7 days, and all 7 days are packed. So the important thing which I want to point out here, that all kind of people, whether it's the people who are running the film societies, the people who are having other film related organizations, or so many film festivals have aligned with us. So it's a collaborative thing which is happening, and that is how we are able to accomplish this properly. As far as jury is concerned, despite pandemic, despite online or hybrid or whatever, but we have maintained this, that we have to have the jury in the physical mode. Last year also we did the same, and this year also for 4 days the jury members sat in this studio only, and another studio which is downstairs, and they were here for 4 days watching films, discussing films, and finally giving their judgments. So as it has already been told, there were 4 jury members. 2 jury members have not been able to make it today. So today we have with us in the studio Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, who has been a celebrated filmmaker, and finally he has shifted mostly to media education or the film education, and he has been teaching and preparing the students to be the filmmakers of tomorrow. Then we have Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan with us. He has been a filmmaker, he's still a filmmaker, but then he has been into education, he has been into journalism, and he has been writing columns for so many newspapers. He's appearing on television screens, discussing the film. So he is deep into the films. So we try to make sure that we have the kind of jury who are versatile, who have experience, and who have a knack for all kind of genres, not only the fiction, but also the documentaries or animation or the short films. So all kind of films, because we had 7 categories of films wherein films were being received. And what again, another success story for this year has been that we were able to get the public listing in Film Freeway. And that helped us in getting good films quality wise, and also a great number of films. So both the quality and quantity wise, we actually could catch up that level wherein we were aspiring for the last 3 years. And that number was at a point we started thinking that that number is alarmingly large. As it touched 1,000 and it started exceeding 1,000, then it exceeded 2,000, and all the faculty members, all the students who were involved in this whole process of previewing the film, shortlisting the films. So everybody had his or her apprehension as to what will happen if this number will keep on increasing. But I kept on waiting, and I was waiting to settling down this number. So when it crossed 2,500, 2,600, then we could make out that now the things will stabilize soon, and it happened. Finally it crossed 3,000 number, so it crossed below it stopped below 3,200. So this number of films we received, and there are so many factors with regard to as to what kind of films we received, quality wise or geographical spread wise, filmmakers wise. I will not go into those things myself. Even I am not entitled to do that, because I have not been that deep into that whole process. We did this in a collective manner, wherein the teachers were involved, the students were involved, and finally the jury members who went through these films, watched these films, and then finally gave their judgment. But one faculty member who was all along with this exercise right from the time when we succeeded in getting the public listing. And so a lot of efforts were made by Mr. Sachin Nair, who is an assistant professor in DME Media School. And thereafter, he was following up the whole process so that this process of previewing and shortlisting could be done. So I will begin this program with Mr. Sachin Nair only, and I will ask him, I will urge him to give these details, because he has the first-hand account of everything, to provide this detail to the audience as to how all it went through, right from getting the first entry, getting the last entry, and whatever, I mean, your experience, Sachin, would have been handling all these films, receiving all these films. How did you do document the whole films? So the complete process, if you can explain us.
Greetings to everybody viewing this, to the Ambrish sir and our two esteemed jury members, Pankaj sir and Murtaza sir. I remember I opening up the platform Film Freeway, and as soon as I opened up, before login screen, they show the best festivals that are visible and where you can apply. And the names were Cannes, Sundance. And I was viewing this from this college in India, in Noida, and I was like, okay. It's a humbling experience that our college today can boast of 3,000 films. We had received over 3,130 submissions, and we are here at the cusp of this festival. We are into day 3. This has been a long journey, and I think before I even begin to tell, I think it's a big kudos to our student team. As Ambrish sir and Anka said, more than 30 students were involved in the screening and documentation process. Some of them are here, some of them have joined us through online. So big kudos to them. They are the reason why we could do this process. And the curious part is that the screening of these films took along with project submissions, end of semester studies, internships, and they managed everything. There were students who came in morning 8 a.m. and left evening 5, and after that they went and did their internships. After that they went and did their projects. So of course it's a big kudos to them. And about this journey, this started with our request to get public listing in Film Freeway, which evaded us for some time. And although Film Freeway is a very strict platform because the possibility of festivals doing a scam, so they were initially hesitant. But a lot of emails and requests, and of course, one of the biggest things about DME is the events we conduct. So we actually put out more and more information about the past editions of SIFI, and that convinced them that okay, we are a legitimate festival. And I think we stand in a very long history of film festivals. I think it's something that even our jury members have answered this about the relevance of film festivals. I remember when there's a story about Cannes, I think the most famous international film festival, being there for Cannes initially came about as an answer for when the Nazi party decided to use film festival as a tool for propaganda in Germany. Cannes came as that. And today Cannes hosts filmmakers, independent filmmakers and international filmmakers. So I think film festivals are that space where you go from mainstream cinema to other voices. And I think it's been a humbling journey for us to actually host these storytellers. So I remember the first morning where we received the first film and I opened up the mail. I thought, okay, it's a first mail. So I rushed to tell everybody that we have got public listing. I rushed, I came back and I saw there were 10 more mails. So I was like, okay, so this was going something. Soon the number went 100, 500,000, and it starts there. We received entries from total 111 countries, and the most number of entries were from India. After that, I think a country which I think all film, I think if you ask which culture cinema resounds most across storytellers, one of the answer would be Iran. So the country from which we received second most entries was from Iran. Third, of course, was United States of America. And I think we have got movies from across the world. And I think I also speak for all the students who saw these films. There is a quotation by the Iranian filmmaker Abbas Kiarostami where he says that you can only see what's in front of you when it's in a frame. I think I remember this because of the kind of films we saw. There were films about masks being made. There's a film, as our esteemed jury member, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh sir will say in a while, that one of the films he likes, it was about a truck art in Pakistan. And I think our jury members will, of course,
Yeah.
elucidate more on this.
Yeah, so thank you, Sachin. Now we'll move on to one of the students who were involved in the preview screening process and shortlisting the films, because ultimately no jury could have been able to watch more than 3,000 films. So that's the most crucial task which was done, screening and then making notes and documentation, noting down all the details. And finally, once we shortlisted the film, that they're downloading for the purpose of jury and all. So let me ask Tanishka Tiwari as to what has been her experience since the time she joined the team of this screening of the films, and what all went through all these almost 2 months time or so.
Thank you, sir. So I'm involved with SIFI since the very first day. Initially, I was part of the documentation team, but later I moved on to the screening process. And screening so many movies have honestly been a wonderful experience for me. Initially, I'm into mainstream media a lot. I watch a lot of Hollywood films. I watch a lot of Hindi films. But right now, I got to see films from across the world. I got to learn about cultures. I got to learn about different perspectives. I visited an entire country by just sitting at my college and looking at my screen. So I would say that it was a wonderful experience. I got to learn so much, and working with Sifi and with my friends, buddies over here, it has been amazing.
Thank you, Tanishka. So moving on, since I will move to Mr. Pankaj Rakesh. He has been with us for the last more than a year. And last year he was part of the jury. He has also been part of the panel of SIFI. This year also he was part of the jury. And since he is into education, training, and also in the filmmaking, so given his experience, we will be able to know as to how he perceived being there as a part of the jury, and what all experience he had during this whole process, and whatever other things connected to this having undergone through the process of assessment or evaluation of the films. Mr. Pankaj Rakesh.
Thank you, Dr. Saxena. Happy to be here again after a gap of a year. And it's been a rather eventful year for all of us, I'm sure. Some not so bad, and for some it's been rather bad. But let's look at the brighter side of it. The brighter side of it was, first of all, like Dr. Saxena, you've said, and so have you, is that hats off to the students who actually had to sift through over 3,000 films. I mean, we keep repeating this number and you realize it's a humongous amount of films that you got. So congratulations to DME and SIFI for having got such a large retinue of films, a large variety of films. Having said that, the jury was asked to view eventually 40 hours of films. Yeah.
More than 40 hours.
More than 40 hours. It's about 45, 46 hours of films in total playing time. That's what we got to see, which is also pretty big considering we had 4 days to do it. And having said that, the plus side of it is that you get to see ideas, you get to see different subject matters, you get to live, breathe, and experience what the filmmakers wanted us to do. We get transported into places, different cultures, different languages, different countries. So it's an insight, it's a ringside view of a very enviable ringside view of a different world altogether. The downside is the absolute lack of processing time. Because you get into a film, you are transported into a particular space, a particular mood, a particular feeling, and that's what the filmmaker wants you to be at. And then you have very little processing time to view the film before you're on to another film, and you're transported into another space, another place, another thought, another experience. So that's I mean, you need some time to process. And I guess that's what it is to be a jury member of a film festival. You know, there are no flash bulbs, there are no pretty dresses, there's no red carpet treatment.
I mean, somehow this happens because in a media world, you are always on your knees and you are always working without considering as to where is the quality time and what time would be the quality time to judge something or to accomplish something.
The beauty is also what follows thereafter. One is the judging process, where so who are the judges? The judges are people you may or may not have ever met before. Amongst the four of us, we come from different backgrounds, we come from different cultures. We all have our different political leanings. We come from a very different socio-economic background. So we are always looking at a film very differently. And somehow, jury of a film festival is a lot about consensus development. And that's the point that somehow we tend to miss or ignore, because the four of us could have chosen or could have liked different films for different reasons. But if there was consensus, damn good, very good. But then you actually sit down and deliberate after you have seen, and that's what we did. After we used to finish each section, we would sit down and build consensus. So these are the films that I like. Which are the ones that you liked? Why did you like this? And that's where you try and strike common ground. And that's the critical aspect about judging films.
Thank you, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh. So now moving on to Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan. So as I told you already, Mr. Khan has been more into writing and analyzing the film. So in a way, the job that he did as a jury member, he is doing on a day-to-day basis, watching something and then analyzing that piece of creativity and then writing his review and getting it published or presenting it before the screen. So we got to know about Mr. Khan from his work, and he was also associated earlier in a session of ICANN. So we could know the kind of person he is and the knowledge and the expertise that he carries. And that is how we requested him, and he accepted that request to be part of the jury in SIFI 2021. So Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, what would you say, as since you were there for 4 days with all the jury members, watched so many films, so what kind of experience you would like to share with us?
First and foremost, I would like to thank everybody and congratulate everybody for this wonderful festival. And frankly, when I was asked to be a part of the jury, I was not aware that I'll be watching so much of diverse content on offer. And I must congratulate each and every one of you. And I really like what she said, that, you know, by just watching a film, you can actually get transported to another country, another culture. So that's the beauty of a festival like this. I have been on the jury of a lot of festivals. Earlier in the year, I was in Azamgarh watching a lot of interesting films. But I can tell you that the numbers, the diversity, and the quality, I think is right up there with any festival that I have been a part of, whether covering it as a journalist, whether attending it as a viewer, or whether, you know, a part of it as a jury. So I must congratulate you all. Professor Ambrish has been a guiding light, and everybody involved, I must congratulate you that you have done a wonderful job. And in its third year, you know, it's still a very, very young festival. You already have the public listing, and you are already putting up content That's also high in terms of numbers. It's also high in terms of quality. So I think kudos to you for that. Now coming to the films that we got to watch, the categories that were assigned to me were basically three categories. One was short films, one was fiction, and one was ed films. And in terms of short films, there were around 180 short films that we had to watch, and we had a great time. We have already touched upon the kind of countries that we got the entries from, but among the countries, the competition was great. If you talk of Iran, if we talk of Ukraine, if you talk of Russia, if you talk of India, if you talk of US, there were so many great films. There were great films from France. There were great films from Germany. So I was really, really impressed by the work done by the screening team, because if you can imagine that there were thousands of films that they got, and they had to reduce it down to in hundreds. And so the quality that came to us, that was staggering. So I was really, really impressed with the work done by the screening team. That really made our job very, very easy. But even in that 200 odd films that we got in the short film category, it was really, really a very, very difficult, because I and Supriya were on that jury, and as Pankaj Rakesh beautifully mentioned, that it's about consensus, because there are different things. We have different values, we have different understanding, we have different vision of the world. So it's at the end of the day about consensus. So our idea was to divide it in certain criteria. Like we had a certain weightage for acting, we
Yeah.
had a certain weightage for the script, the narrative, we had a certain weightage for how effective the theme was portrayed, we had a certain weightage for the direction, the packaging.
Here
So
I
these
want.
these
I,
criteria helped us reach a better, because we had to be very, very particular.
Yeah, I
in
want
our
to
assessment.
interrupt you here. In fact, I want to tell you this to everybody, that when we decided that this jury will happen, we decided not to come out with our own parameters, and we left it to the jury members to decide as to how they will distribute this, under what compartments, under what heads, because they were the right person to do this. So this was one unlike thing that we did as part of SIFI. And that is how, as Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan was telling us, that they distributed this. Again, this was again part of the consensus, wherein the jury members sat together, discussed and decided how this distribution of marks and the evaluation process has to happen. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Please, you can continue.
So I must again thank you that you gave us that liberty, that there was nothing imposed on us, because some of the juries that I've been a part of, they have a certain structure. I respect the structure, but when as jury members we have that liberty, it allows us to function better. Like I and Supriya, we had this consensus right from day one that these are the areas that we want to judge these movies for. And they were fiction, they were non-fiction, and we were constantly having this back and forth after each film, after a segment of films. So that allowed us to have a certain structure in place, which I feel is very important. As sir very rightfully said, that if you have to reach a consensus, then you have to have certain structure, you have to back it up. So that gave us the confidence as jury also, because when you have a festival that's publicly rated, and that's receiving entries from all across the globe, that's been mentioned in the same space as some of the leading festivals of the world, because of it being listed on Freeway, and now that we have a legacy in place, we also had to live up to the expectations. So that's, I think, started from day one, when we had this criteria on our paper, and from the word go, we were always directed in the same spirit, that we want to pick the best that's there for
Yeah.
us.
Thank you, Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan. So, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, in continuation, what Murtaza said, when you started and when we requested you to be here, and when you started as to how the whole evaluation is to be done, and how the marks are to be distributed under what heads and all, what was in your mind? How did you do this? What all you discussed with the fellow jury members, and how and why all you decided, if you can tell us something about that.
So we set about the parameters. We both, in fact, all members came up with their own set of parameters. And then again, there is the underlying thought of consensus building. So we all had to agree on the parameters also, not just on the results. So the consensus has to be there right from the beginning. And, I shudder to think what must be happening when they're doing the National Film Awards.
Yes.
Because you got films coming in from, by the dozens again, from different languages also from across the country. And then you got to sit down and you have many more categories
Yeah.
because every technician also gets an award from the National Awards.
Yeah.
So doctors, so, that was one very first step that we took, was consensus amongst the parameters for judging
Yeah.
or evaluating each film. So we had to agree on that. Once both of us or all of us agreed on that, and then we took it forward. So if you now, the other beauty, just to expand
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that, if you
yeah,
don't mind,
yeah.
was uh, uh, Murtaza spoke about different cultures, different countries, and that was the beauty of this. You know, we were watching films about the very famous truck art in Pakistan. There was behind the scenes of look on the lives of people who pose as Santa. You know, so with Christmas season approaching, this is month of December. How do these guys behave? And that is from one of the Nordic countries. What is their daily life? Who are these guys who play Santa in every mall, in every department store, in every city? Uh, and then there was a film from on the expedition to Antarctica, and they took again, and they took a couple of musicians there. So amongst the emperor penguins, you have a couple of musicians standing on the ice cap and playing their music there. So it is just a wonderful mix of very delectable subjects. And that's what we were exposed to. However, having said that, one just wished that some of these subjects had been developed a little more.
Yeah.
And that's what left, us wanting a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like the old Pepsi slogan, "Ye dil mange more." So that's what we were left with, unfortunately.
Right. So thank you, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh. Now moving on to students again. Since all of you were sitting together and watching, and as both the jury members said that they worked with consensus. Now, when you were watching the film of different categories sitting together every day, and you sat for long hours as compared to the jury members and for days together and months together. So what was happening? I mean, what was there in your mind? And when you were watching a film, whether there was a difference of opinion among yourselves, whether this film is to be shortlisted or not to be shortlisted, or there were certain points which you were discussing among yourselves. And Nandini, what will you say about this?
Thank you, sir. So basically, we were thinking about the creative side of the pictures, that the new creativity people are putting in the movie. So that is the only point of view we are keeping in our minds. So yeah.
So, Honey, what will you say? I mean, on what Nandini said, creativity. Now, creativity in the morning also, we have had a panel discussion on this cross-cultural creativity. Now, it's a big word to define, to interpret. But then, if I ask you, were you guided by creativity, or were there other factors also which you were looking into, or your fellow students were looking into? What would you say on this?
थैंक यू सर सर इन माय ओपिनियन जो हमने माइंड में रखा वो था, एक तो क्रिएटिविटी तो सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर था ही, कुछ न्यू आइडियाज जो हमें लगता है कि सबको देखने चाहिए, सब तक पहुंचाने चाहिए, एक वो चीज़ हमने माइंड में रखी। कुछ न्यू ऐसे कुछ न्यू आइडियाज आते हैं, कुछ क्रिएटिव आइडियाज आते हैं, तो वो चीज़ हमने देखी। और कुछ लाइक कुछ यूनिक चीज़ें हमने माइंड में रखी कि वो जानी चाहिए लोगों तक, तो उस क्राइटेरिया से हमने आगे तक वो चीज़।
Thank you, Honey. So, creativity, uniqueness, innovative ideas. If I ask you, Sachin, because you were monitoring this whole preview process of the students and watching very closely, at what level, what kind of directions you gave them as to how a film is to be watched and what all is to be looked into, and how you told them how to decide that this film is to be selected or not to be selected. Yeah.
So we followed a very old, there's this literary criticism about this critic called Wim Sat, who said that one of the ways of judging something is to say whatever a piece of art is trying to accomplish. If it's a comedy, it wants to make you laugh. If it's a thriller, if a storyteller is putting out something and you think it's effective. So one very early understanding that all the students and we had was that we will not do an excessive aesthetic judgment. We'll leave it to the jury. What we'll do is we'll do the first level of curation, where if there is any story to be put, where if a storyteller is telling a story, and if there is a story to be told, if there is an idea to be expressed, or is there uniqueness in the way of representation, or if the aesthetics are something to be taken care of, so they would pass it along. And one thing they all kept in mind, that which I think Honey aptly put across, is if there are any topics, like there are some films which the films are not very good, but the topics are something that need to be talked about, something from LGBTQ to class structures. So any story, any idea that's being put across that's not in mainstream, they made sure that that was passed on.
Thank you, Sachin. So moving on to you, Murtaza, since this has been pointed out by one of the students, by Sachin as well, the uniqueness of ideas, any innovative thing, any such thing which is not talked about, but which is being talked about in a film, how much importance you give to this whole idea thing about a film in general? What do you think that how much importance should be attached to this? And in particular, while you were judging in this festival, to what extent you gave importance to some innovative idea which is carried by a film?
So there was a lot of variety on offer, as I said right at the beginning. When I meant variety, I meant in terms of content, I meant in terms of treatment, I also meant in terms of ideas. There was a film in particular which was basically a tribute to 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick's science fiction magnum opus, and it beautifully used archive footage from old speeches of Stanley Kubrick, and it blended with certain segments from moon landing, also certain archive footage of 2001: Space Odyssey's making, and it blended it with the Blue Danube, which is Strauss's famous composition, which Kubrick used throughout the film to establish space. Initially, Blue Danube was never meant to signify space. It was never intended that, yeah, it's a waltz, beautifully employed by Kubrick in that space mold. And every time now you listen to it, even when you watch The First Man by Damien Chazelle, which is a film about moon landing, again, they've used a version of Blue Danube. So when we saw that beautiful film, it's called Truth 2001. So when we watched that film, what attracted us was the innovative way in which the ideas were presented, to combine the idea of moon landing, to combine the idea of a science fiction film like 2001: A Space Odyssey, which somehow predicted moon landing, and then to combine it with Blue Danube. So this is just one example that I wanted to give. There was another beautiful film which was innovative in terms of narrative. It's called Trumpets in the Sky. Now, the beauty about this film is it's about a wedding of a girl, a nomadic tribe who belongs to a nomadic tribe. The girl has no father. It's a mother and the girl, and they are preparing for the wedding. And there is no dialogue in the film, not a single dialogue, the way we see it in a conventional sense. And yet the narrative is so beautifully, carried forward. And Pankaj Rakesh sir was also speaking about a session that he'll be taking tomorrow about sound. So here was a film that is using sound in a very innovative way, not using the conventional dialogues, but using imagery and, blending in certain natural tones, natural sounds, and weaving the narrative around that. So this is an example of how we were taken aback by innovation at different levels, innovation in terms of ideas, innovation in terms of treatment. Then there was another film which was very, very meta. So when I say meta, it's cinema referring back to cinema. So there was a film which started off with a very interesting incident of a Russian guy encroaching into the Ukrainian space, and the people see him as a Russian spy and they want to execute him. And then they have a change of heart, and suddenly we realize that it was actually a film made by a Ukrainian filmmaker being presented to the Ukrainian audiences. So that's meta, a film within a film. And that film was called Lynch Court. And we thought it did meta in a beautiful way. So yes, innovation was a very, very important criteria. But when I say innovation, not just in terms of ideas, innovation in terms of treatment, innovation in terms of presentation, innovation in terms of thought, innovation in terms of the use of montage, innovation in terms of cinematography. So a lot of other things were of
Yeah.
course taken into consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. Now, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, I would like to ask you, as Murtaza said, about innovation and innovation in all compartments of filmmaking. But I would like to ask you particularly about treatment. Because idea, story, everything is fine, but ultimately film is a medium wherein director takes the lead in deciding as to what kind of treatment is to be given to that film. So looking at a film from the treatment perspective, and from that perspective, whatever films you watched as a jury member, what would you like to say on this?
Treatment varies, and it has a lot to do with the culture you're coming from. It has, if you gave the same film to Murtaza and myself and Sachin, I mean, the three of us would come up with very different views on that film, because it's our perspective, it's the way we are looking at it, and it's our perception. My professor at Jamia, Professor Beveridge, used to talk only about perception. He says filmmaking is perception. What is the old adage about filmmaking, especially fiction, is willing suspension of disbelief, right? That's the foundation, that's the knee on which every film is based. That's also perception. So how are you going to perceive a film? On what basis? And your perception is spawned from who you are as a person. And so
yeah.
just to, sorry,
Yeah.
so just now for talking about treatment.
Yeah.
Last year, since I was a jury member last year as well, this year we missed lovely Corona lockdown films that we got from Australia. If you remember last year,
Yeah.
we got some wonderful films out of Australia. This year, unfortunately, we didn't. And one of the very amazing films that we had representing in this Humans versus Corona, they've just used 2 cutlery holders. Now that's treatment.
Right.
They've so one cutlery holder is a set of cutlery holders is humans, the other is the coronavirus, and they've just treated the film on a dining table using only 2 cutlery holders. Now that's treatment. Yeah. So anything that will stand out from the plethora of films or ideas that we are being bombarded with every day.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh. Now moving on to students again, whatever has been discussed, as Hani talked about innovation, and a lot of discussion happened on that. Some new thing have also emerged, like the whole narrative or the content part or the treatment part, and also the perception thing, which Mr. Rakesh pointed out. So when you people were watching films, so what was there in your mind with regard to all these things? What was happening in the back of your mind? And when there were occasions wherein there was a difference of opinion, though mostly the jury members talked about consensus, but then obviously consensus finally emerges. But before that, there could be a lot of difference of opinion. So Nitin, I would like to ask you on this part, while were you watching, were there some points of differences between you and other students, whether these are the good points or not so good points, whether the treatment is better in this film or bad in this film? How did you decide on all these issues?
Thank you, sir. And I was actually waiting for this thought were going on my head when Pankaj sir was talking about this. And when I first day of my screening was like this, like I had this prejudice in my head. I used to watch a lot of mainstream media, but when I sat down and watch a lot of these films, and they had like very different sets of opinions, ideas, and gender representation as well. So I remember on the first day I had a small little argument with Tanishka where our point of views were not matching with each other. And thanks to our mentor and the teacher along with us, so they helped us to find a midpoint and find that and other sets of eye to look at things. So from there I learned like nazariya gets changed with other people thoughts and other people when they tell you कि हमने इस तरीके से देखा है and आपने शायद उस तरीके से देखा है, तो फिर आप उस उनके तरीके से देखने को समझने को चाहते हो कि and that also brings out new curiosity inside you to learn a different perspective and see from their side of things. and definitely but it was a fun journey, and मेरी critical thinking बहुत enhance हुई है इस वजह से, and where I used to only see my favorite color is red, so I used to see that color in everything. So my mind used to create illusion ki every film I have to particularly look out for that. So that got evolved and changed ki now I'm seeing new things and new stuff and now and then. So thanks to Sifi and thanks to DME to giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Nitin. So I will ask Sachin this to you, because I know that there were points of differences off and on certain issues, obviously on the academic ground or on the professional ground, and as Mr. Pankaj Ake said, everybody has a different perception. So you are looking at a film from your own perception. So there are bound to be differences. So if these kind of issues were happening, so Sachin, how did you address these issues?
I think Nitin gave the perfect example. Like, for example, if we take the jury members sitting here, we have Nitin, who's a hardcore science fiction fan, and we have Siddharth sitting at the other end who likes gangster films. We have Tanishka with an aptitude for ad films and short form storytelling. And we have Pallavi, who fastidly went through all the movies with that singular perception. So we have all these different approaches to seeing films. And I think the one point of consensus was that, is this idea worth passing on? I think that's one point where we all came together and agreed. For example, they showed one film, I don't remember the name. The film had no structure, no plot, nothing, and it was like everybody was treating it as like a joke. So one of the members was actually showing me, sir, aapko kuch dikhana hai. So the student who was seeing it was actually seeing it for the fourth or fifth time. I think by the fifth time, the student himself realized, okay, something is matlab, he understood it, that the film actually meant something. So within these points, they all reached a consensus. I think Pankaj sir said a very insightful statement that screening is basically reaching off a consensus. So that consensus was, sir, as you asked, was that idea, was that story worth passing on? And if it was, they have selected it.
Thank you, Sachin. So here comes another point, that you are not able to understand the film in just one go. So there would have been many such instances where you people would have watched a film more than once to understand as to what meaning it actually carries. So if I ask you, Pallavi, about this, did you come across with such kind of situation wherein it was difficult initially to understand what the film is about? And if it happens, how did you address that problem? Did you talk to your fellow students, or did you talk to Sachin, and how did you tackle this problem if this happened?
थैंक यू सर. सर अगर मैं इस बात में बोलूँ तो जो मेरा पार्टनर था उसके साथ मैंने एक इशू ऐसा हुआ था जिसमें मैं बोल रही थी मूवी नहीं है वर्थ पासिंग ऑन, बट उसको वो लग रहा था. बट अगर वो एग्जांपल देखा जाए, मुझे अगर वो 6 लग रहा है और उसको वो 9 लग रहा है तो वो दोनों ही ठीक, बट मेरे हिसाब से वो मूवी वर्थ पासिंग नहीं थी. तो इसलिए हमने सर को दिखाई वो मूवी, तो सर ने एक मिड पॉइंट दिखाया कि अगर आपको लगता है इस फैक्टर की वजह से ये आगे जा सकती है तो आप प्लीज इसे करो, नहीं तो नहीं.
So ultimately, what has been talked about by the jury members, it's all consensus, but then during the process of consensus, the real learning happens that time, wherein you are putting forth your viewpoint and you are listening to other person's viewpoint, and then you analyze, discuss, and finally reach at a point of consensus. Now, moving on, Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, if I ask you, since you have been into this whole process overall, by watching all the films which were assigned to you, what actually was your approach? Whether you were able to get in the first go that this film is to be taken, not to be taken, or there were some such issues which were to be resolved, and what were the compartments in the film which impressed you the most, or where you thought, as Pankaj sir was also saying, was that there was something missing the film that he was talking about, that truck film. So what all happened during these 4 days when you were here watching and selecting the films?
So it happened a lot of times when the film started off really well, and then, midway it somewhat lost its path, and, towards the end, it became a very, very irrelevant film for us. So it happened with some films. A few films surprised us in the other way. They started off on a false note, but somehow they got better towards the end. So we were looking for consistency. We were also looking for quality and consistency, at the same time innovation. So these were the three areas that we were constantly looking forward to. And often what happened was that we had to, leave a film to be decided later. So we decided that, okay, this is something that we will revisit later. So we had to revisit some of the films again, after we had, shortlisted and taken out a lot of the films which we thought are not up to our criteria. We had to revisit some of the ones again, maybe twice, thrice, some even 4 times we had to watch before finally zeroing on our, final picks. And of course, we had a lot of discussion, we had a lot of negotiation, there was a lot of back and forth happening. There were certain films which I thought, deserved, like a couple of them. There was film about water, but then later on, during a discussion and during a second or third viewing, we realized that it somewhere lacked at the narrative level. So there were certain films which were very, very innovative, but somewhere lacked an arc, a narrative. So there were certain films which narrative was very good, but it was somewhat cliched, because we have seen a lot of that kind previously also. So it has to be, somewhere in the middle. So there was always a lot of back and forth happening. But the idea was to, watch it again if there was something that had to be, rewatched, something that had to be revisited. And ultimately, by the time we were done, I think the picture on the wall was quite clear, and we knew that we have picked the best ones out of the lot.
Thank you, Mr. Murtaza. Now, moving on to Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, if I ask you the same question to you, watching all the films for 4 days, overall, how would you analyze your experience in terms of selection, in terms of getting into the depth or the meaning of the film? Overall, whatever you can tell us about your experience as a jury member here.
Watching films as a jury member for a film festival is a very rewarding experience. Having said that, fatigue sets in very early, and there's no masking that. And I'm sure all of the students here who sat through 7 times the amount of films that we did, you guys would have also realized this. Perhaps you had more time to do it than we did, but we were like compressed into 4 days. Having said that, when we look at the 3-act structure, Dr. Saxena, they say you have, let's say, the first 5-7 minutes to grab the eyeballs of your viewer. Otherwise, he gets up. Or now with the OTT explosion, you have to grab the eyeballs in seconds, not minutes.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
if that film is not going to grab you within the first couple of minutes, you're going to get impatient. And Murtaza said the same thing. Film started on a false note, they caught up later. I'm giving an example. When we look at the animation category, there is a film called Monkey Bar, which is a very wacky but very, very nice audio track, and it's an animation entry. I thought it would have been done more justice in a musical entry, but it is a very good animation. And similarly, in the animation category, it's something about a gallery story, a gallery tale. Amazing animation. And there was a narrative, there was a story. So you were eagerly watching.
Yeah.
So this experience overall, I just think we could probably define our guidelines a little stricter, make them a little more watertight, and saying films done in the last calendar year only, or film of a certain category only. So what you'll get is, now that we have established, SIFI has established, this is his third innings. So probably in the fourth and the final innings of the match, we'll probably get a better pick.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh. So moving on to Siddharth now. Now, what was your experience of watching these films, and how did you participate in the whole process of watching, analyzing, and then deciding that this is to be taken, this is not to be taken? What will you say on this?
Thank you, sir. It was a great experience for me, and I learned a lot also, because now you have to watch the film not as a point of view of yours. Now you have to watch the movie as an audience point of view. Cause of जो film select कर रहे हैं वो एक audience के लिए select कर रहे हैं, ना ही अपने एक personal taste के लिए. So सबसे पहली वो चीज. Then उसके बाद I learned how to work in an organized way, how to work in formally. So if you have any point of view regarding anything, so you should discuss with your partner, because you are working as a team. So your mentality should also approach. So mentally should also approach to that. And it was also a fun journey. It was guided, and we all were guided by our professors. And thanks to Sifi for giving me that opportunity.
Thank you, Siddharth. Now, Tanishka, I would like to ask you, if I ask you to choose between fatigue and fun, so what would you say, not only on your behalf, on behalf of all the students who are part of the team?
Fatigue and fun, that's a very complex choice, but I think I would speak for everyone if I say it was a fun experience, because when you are working in a team, or when you are working for something big, it's mostly work, work, work. You mostly have to stay super focused. You need to just come to college, get your work done, leave. But over here, we have already talked about the work that we did, but we learned so much. We learned how to work in a team, like Siddharth said. It was difficult at first, because for the past 1 year we have been staying at home, no contact with anyone. It's personal work. We just join our classes online. It's whatever we do for ourselves. We do ourselves. Over here, after an year, we are interacting with so many other students, our own friends, and we are working together to create something, to bring out something for a big audience, and organizing data from all over the world. So it might sound overwhelming. It was at times, but with each other's support, I think it was fun. It was very fun.
Thank you, Tanishka. So now moving on to the last segment. So I would like to ask you, Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, what would you say as a final remark as a jury member of SIFI 2021?
As I started out, the striking aspect for me was the kind of countries, that participated, the kind of languages, the variety that was on offer. So I am really tempted to share a quote with you from one of our finest modern masters, Bong Joon-ho, the director of Parasite. Once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films. So that's what I think everybody experienced. I have had some privileged life as a critic, that I get to watch a lot of international content also. But there is this general barrier when it comes to the language. A lot of people are not comfortable with subtitles. So that really, leaves a lot to be explored. But here at this festival, it was a beauty that we had subtitles for each of these films. So regardless of whether the film was in German, Spanish, Persian, English, Hindi, Malayalam, Bangla, Odia, any language, we had the subtitles working for us. And that really allowed us to understand and appreciate the fact once again that cinema has one universal language. And that's, I think, has been the biggest triumph of SIFI, to overcome this barrier and to take us to a position wherein we are not differentiating between languages, differentiating between cultures. Only thing that we are going after is the language of cinema. And I think SIFI does great justice to it. And this time around, it being the third year, and from my own experiences, I have learned the third year is usually the most important year for any festival. It's the time a festival takes the leap, because the first 2 years are just like dress rehearsals. It's the third year and onwards where the festival really takes a major shift. And I, being a part of the jury, I have felt that leap, happening while we were working on it. And now that I am a part of this panel, I'm seeing it happening onwards and further. So I congratulate you all, and I hope that this really takes to the next level from here on.
Thank you, Murtaza. This is really, I mean, motivating words for everybody whosoever has been part of this journey, part of the team of SIFI 2021. So, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, I would request you to further tell us as to what was the overall experience and anything that you want to tell us, to communicate to us with regard to the festival as a jury member.
So, you know, Tanishta smiled and she chose fun in favor of fatigue. For us, it was a great mix of the two. We enjoyed being transported into lands with different regions, different cultures, different languages. It was also fun. As compared to last year, I think to use my old mentor, a friend who just passed away, Vinod Dua, he used to say, you know, we have actually arrived. So the SIFI has actually arrived, and what Murtaza said is right. It's the third year, and we've actually arrived with 3,000 plus entries. You've actually arrived, so congratulations on that. There was a tremendous leap in terms of entries in the content that we had to see from last year to this year.
Yeah.
So for me, that was such a welcome and a hearty welcome change and development. I see a lot more faces. I see a greater involvement of the students at DME. You obviously needed more manpower because you had greater content, right? So
Yeah.
if we keep attracting good films like this, and that's what we need.
Yeah.
I think your video says you are the largest, it was one of the largest film festivals.
Largest in terms of the uniqueness, as we
Yeah.
were talking about uniqueness. The uniqueness of SIFI is that it's being organized by two education institutions in two different continents, in two different countries. And continuously for 3 years, we have been doing this, and hopefully we will continue doing this. This is a completely unique experience or a unique experiment which has never been done by anybody else.
So for a media school or a film school to get so much of content to watch, that's like, you know, 2 terms of classes, 2 semesters of classes put together.
Exactly.
You can't beat that experience, Tanishta. You know, I'm sure you realize it, and I'm glad you understand and accepted that fact. Because it takes an intelligent student to realize and learn that there is so much of learning that goes on in terms of just direction, content, treatment, camera work, sound, music, titling, graphics. There is so much that you're packaging into just one film. And you guys had the enviable task of going through 3,000 plus films. Wow, I wish I had been a student where I could have gone through 3,000 films. So
Yeah.
congratulations to DME, congratulations to SIFI and to Deacon. And I wish you all the best. And I hope we grow from strength to strength.
Yeah, in fact, if I can tell you from the DME's perspective, from my perspective, it was really a difficult task in the sense that we run an undergraduate program, which has different semesters, different papers, and film as such is not being taught here. Simply some paper on the video production or event management, or there's an elective paper on film appreciation. So students honestly do not have that kind of band. But it was our task to create that band, to develop that kind of inclination, that interest, wherein they understand that this is a powerful medium which must be understood and which can be used for their growth, for doing something worthwhile in the society. So that is actually our endeavor in a way. Okay, so any student who would like to say anything, whose name I have not called because I don't remember everybody's name. So I ask anybody to raise a hand and speak if you want to speak and to say something. Okay, so I believe that the representation of students has already been done, and all those students who wanted to speak, they have spoken about the festival. So one final thing from Sachin, from your side, what will you say?
I think the best moment I had in this festival was when there was this filmmaker who called, and I, of course, in the force of habit, I replied to him in English. He said, "Sir, मैं आपसे हिंदी में बात कर सकता हूँ?" मैंने कहा, "हाँ, बोलिए." And he was very excited that his film was being screened. He wanted to know. So I told him the time it will be screened from 2:15 to 3 p.m. And many of his friends, and he was so happy and proud that. So I think I speak for all the students. It was a humbling experience to see the stories of so many filmmakers. It will inspire us to tell our own stories, to make our own films, and to explore even more perspectives.
Thank you, Sachin. So we move towards the closing of this session. We all learned because we learn by doing, and I strongly believe that teaching, particularly any subject in media, the teaching is beyond classrooms. And that is how in DME Media School, we always try to do such kind of things. We keep on doing such things wherein the students themselves are doing the things, they are having the experience themselves, which we call the experiential learning, because the learning has changed quite a lot across the world. So that is what we are trying to do. Where we will reach, we do not know, but we have to constantly on the move. So somewhere, someday we will reach. That's the resolve that I have, that my team members have. And whatever suggestions have been given by the jury members earlier also, today also, we will incorporate all those changes in the next edition of SIFI, because again, I personally believe in consensus. We work as a team in DME Media School. All 17, 18 faculty members, they have been working like anything for the last 2 to 3 months. And there's always a consensus. Every second day we had a faculty meeting to discuss and decide. Anything that we were doing was being done with consensus, with a lot of discussions and deliberations, so that each one of us remain on the same page. So we will continue doing that, and we are determined to take SIFI 2022 to the next level. Thank you all.
It was such a valuable and enlightening session. Here, I request Professor Dr. Susmita Bala, Head DME Media School, to please address the viewers.
Thank you, Mrinal. It was a pleasure to have the esteemed jury with us. I would like to thank all the jury members for taking time off of their busy schedule. Organizing SIFI for a student was a learning experience and will get them industry grounding. Our jury present here, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh and Murtaza Ali Khan, shared their crucial insights of watching and judging the entries received. Their comments and suggestions help all the audience present the reality of film appreciation and judgment. We are delighted to have your company and guidance, sir. I would also like to thank Mr. Nimish Kapoor and Ms. Supriya Suri as well, who devoted time to us and shared their insights. I would also like to thank Professor Ambrish Saxena, Festival Director SIFI, for navigating this session and bringing forth various aspects with the jury. I'd also like to especially mention the SIFI students team and Mr. Sachin Nayak for adding variety of sharing their experience. Thank you. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Now, I would like to thank everyone who was part of this interaction, especially Mr. Pankaj Rakesh and Mr. Murtaza Ali for this exuberant jury interaction. Thank you so much. I would like to extend my immense gratitude to the management of DME. Without the support of Mr. Aman Sahani, Vice Chairman DME, Honorable Justice Bhavar Singh, Director General DME, and Dr. Ravikant Swami, Director DME, will not have been able to come this far. I also thank them for giving us this wonderful opportunity and the resources to execute the same. I'm thankful to Dr. Ambrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School, Festival Director SIFI, and Dr. Vikram Kishore, Festival Director, Dr. Susmita Bala, Head DME Media School, and Festival Associate Director for their constant guidance and encouragement at every step. I thank our partners, the student body of DME Media School SPA, that is students and positive attitude and resonating communication. I want to thank our jury members, Mr. Nimish Kapoor, Mr. Murtaza Ali, Ms. Supriya Suri, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh for patiently and fairly watching all the movies and for giving their precious time and feedback. A special note of thanks to Ms. Manmeet Kaur, Ms. Shruti Riaz, Ms. Mudita Raj, Dr. Manasvi Maheshwari, Dr. Tina Bora for their constant support and cooperation, Dr. Krishna Pandey, Mr. Pramod Pandey, and Mr. Mohammed Kamin for media coverage, Mr. Sachin Nayak, Ms. Mr. Sumantra Das, Mr. Yogesh Sharma, Mr. Vishal Sai for digital and production support, Mr. Anmol Mehta for designing, and Mr. Abhishek Yadav for IT support. I will also like to thank all our participants who submitted their creative pieces. Thank you to our attendees for joining the session. This was the day end of day 3. Let's brace ourselves for day 4, that is 18th of December. Tomorrow, our first session is going to be a panel discussion, the film II, Wrathful Soul, courtesy Deakin University, and it will be moderated by Dr. Vikrant Kishore. The second session is going to be a panel discussion on rebirth and rejuvenation of cinema in the digital era, a pandemic fallout chaired by Professor Ujjwal K. Chaudhary, courtesy Global Media Education Council. The last session will be the curate panel on sound design in film aesthetics and technology, moderated by Dr. Gauri D. Chakrabarti. And there will be 116 films that will be screened tomorrow. See you tomorrow and have a great day.